Are you jealous of your partner's past relationships? And do you ask yourself whether you are actually missing out, you have missed out, or maybe that you are not enough for your partner? Hi, this is Noemi. I am a retroactive jealousy specialist. So if any of these thoughts are in your mental landscape and you are asking yourself, maybe I missed out, maybe they had more experiences, or maybe they know something that I don't. So then first and foremost ask yourself, uh, are you committed to this relationship? Have you actually, I am choosing this, or are you just kind of floating through life and kind of like just letting life happen? Because uh, adulting, yeah, kind of being a responsible adult who actually is thriving, takes responsibilities. So it's you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't actually have a relationship that is you can't be emotionally mature as a person as well as a relationship that is really thriving and growing, not just kind of well it's there, and not take make these choices, not take responsibility for these really important choices. Because as soon as you do that, all of a sudden the myth of missing out disappears. Because if you value your relationship more than seeking new experiences, then you you won't be spending mental energy on it. You won't be spending time on thinking about what could have, would have, should have, because it will no longer be important. And also, it's a time waster. So it's time that you can spend with your partner or build a business or whatever else. So it's basically our time is incredibly valuable and we can never recover it. So you want to ask yourself, have I committed? Am I committed? Am I making choices? Am I actually uh, a person who knows what they want and can actually say, if I have chosen this, I'm keeping my word. I am accountable to it, to myself and to the other person that I'm with. And of course, you can then ask yourself, are they the same? Or you can have this conversation. Yes, because that it's much better to have a conversation than actually create stories. But basically have this, are you building, no, or is your house built on solid foundations? Yeah, so or are you building a house that has solid foundations? And these are the foundations, this sort of strong commitment rather than just relying on hormones, yeah, kind of love hormones, which come and go. Yes, so the honeymoon period is over, then often people just think, oh, this was not the right one. No, it's just the way we function. It's we can't just be in that honeymoon phase all our life. So once you know, but by the way, on the flip side is if you decide that actually for me right now, what is more important is that I have been feeling that I've been missing out and I would like to do something about it, then making that choice rather than pretending that you are in a relationship with somebody who actually is committed to you, wants this, and thinks that you have a solid foundation, and but you are actually fantasizing about something else and you're feeling unhappy and maybe blaming them for your unhappiness instead of saying, no, actually, I feel I missed out. Therefore, I want to have those experiences now. Therefore, I am making a choice, which is absolutely fine. Uh, but really knowing what you want and actually going for it, because because that's how you can build the life you want, whether with your partner or separately or with somebody else. But so, and of course, if you have retroactive jealousy, that can be even worse when you're not living the life that you want, or you are living the life, but you are not, you're still on the fence about it. You haven't really committed to it, which you want to do if you want to solve this issue. And the other thing that I mentioned is you might actually feel that because they have had these wonderful experiences, maybe they feel that I'm not enough for them, I'm not as exciting, I'm not as valuable, whatever it might be. Now, take these feelings and beliefs out of the story, out of the context, because if if you feel it in this context in a relationship dynamic, the chances are that you will feel it in other contexts of your life as well. We tend to have the same thing, or that you felt the same way in previous relationships as well. Now, there is always biases, so you might misremember things, so that can shape things differently. So always be careful with your memories, because our memories are not actually the absolute truth. Just the way what you're perceiving in your present moment is not necessarily the absolute truth, in the sense that we tend to focus on certain things and that's what we notice. And we might not notice big things happening around us, and yet they are there, but somebody else will, because that's what they are focusing on. That's what they have trained themselves to notice. Uh, so yes, we have very, very strong biases. That is always important to. So, however, going back to, if you feel that you're not enough, take that out of the context and ask yourself about this. What is it? What beliefs about yourself make you think that you might not be enough for them? So it is not about them. Therefore, seeking reassurance won't solve it. And seeking reassurance that you are better than the past or anything like that, it just won't solve it. It might give you a false sense of relief, or a tiny relief. But what you want is not a tiny relief. Is what you want is to eliminate it from your life, so that next time it doesn't come up. Or if it comes up, if the thought comes out, I might not be as good as them. Just, oh, that's a thought. Okay, so what? Or that's a silly thought. Or, that's an intrusive thought. Instead of actually starting to feel bad about, and actually looking for proof that that thought might actually be true, and then looking for ways for them to actually reassure you that it's not true. So you can see how it creates a cycle that you don't want in your life, because it can be very detrimental for your well-being, mental and emotional well-being, as well as the well-being of your relationship. So that's